Even after 4 years, I still don't get the Backlash against Attack on Titan's ending. When Attack on Titan aired its final episode in 2023, it capped off a decade-long journey that redefined what anime could achieve on a global stage. The series had already cemented itself as a cultural phenomenon with jaw-dropping animation, morally complex characters, and a narrative full of philosophical and political weight. Yet despite all that acclaim, the moment the credits rolled on the finale, a fierce wave of backlash swept across the fandom. Social media was ablaze with debates, criticisms, and emotional reactions ranging from disappointment to outright outrage. Now, 4 years later, the dust has mostly settled, but the animosity toward the ending still lingers, and honestly, it should not have been as big a deal as it was. Not only did Attack on Titan deliver a powerful and thematically consistent ending, but it also dared to conclude its story in a way few mainstream series ever do, with bitter truth, moral ambiguity, and a haunting sense of realism. For these reasons and so much more, Attack on Titan's ending truly deserves more credit than it gets. From the very beginning, Attack on Titan was never a story about triumph. It was a story about trauma, cycles of violence, and the cost of freedom. The final episode stayed true to that identity. Eren's decision to initiate the rumbling was never portrayed as noble or heroic. It was a tragic choice made by someone crushed under the weight of history. The ending did not glorify him, it humanized him. That discomfort is exactly the point. The story dares to ask what happens when a child raised in fear and hatred is given godlike power. Many critics of the ending expected a more traditionally satisfying conclusion. They wanted Eren to either be redeemed fully or stopped decisively by the good guys with no moral gray area. But that was never what the story promised. Eren was not a classic villain or hero, he was a product of a world that broke him. That complexity is not a flaw, it is what made his character arc so powerful. The ending acknowledged the tragedy of his transformation while showing that peace is not achieved through vengeance. The final moments, particularly the scene between Armin and Eren in the paths, underscore the heart of the series. Eren admits he does not fully understand why he did what he did. He reveals his fear, confusion, and deep love for his friends. It is messy and emotional and refreshingly human. The ambiguity left some viewers unsatisfied, but that same ambiguity is what makes the ending resonate. Real-world conflicts are not resolved with perfect answers, and neither are the ones in Attack on Titan. One of the series' main themes is the idea of freedom, what it means, who gets to have it, and what people are willing to sacrifice for it. Eren, from the very beginning, screamed that he wanted freedom more than anything. Ironically, in pursuing that ideal, he ends up becoming the very tyrant he once swore to fight. This contradiction is not a plot hole, it is a reflection of the show's deeper philosophical questions. Freedom, as portrayed in the series, is never simple or absolute. It often comes at the cost of someone else's. The ending of Attack on Titan cleverly dismantles the idea that anyone in this story is truly free. The ending of Attack on Titan cleverly dismantles the idea that anyone in this story is truly free. Eren sees the future and feels bound to fulfill it. The Survey Corps members are forced to fight their own friend. Even the supposed victory at the end comes with a terrifying uncertainty about what is next. There is no final answer, just like in real history. By leaving things unresolved, Hajime Isayama emphasizes that freedom is a perpetual struggle, not a single moment of liberation. Some fans criticize the fact that the cycle of violence was not fully broken by the end. But again, that was never the point. The ending shows a future in which conflict continues with warplanes, soldiers, and the threat of another war. This grim conclusion is not pessimistic for the sake of it. It is a stark reminder that humanity often repeats its mistakes, even after unspeakable tragedy. And that uncomfortable truth is what makes Attack on Titan's ending so memorable and honest. Despite its dark themes, the ending also provides genuine emotional closure. The final scenes, especially Eren's farewell to Mikasa and Armin, are filled with heartbreak and sincerity. These moments highlight that, beyond all the carnage and philosophical weight, Attack on Titan is, at its core, about people who are flawed, scared, and deeply human. Eren's final conversations show us the boy he once was, vulnerable and desperate to protect those he loved, even if it meant becoming a monster to do so.